women, they have it way worse, are inclined to be aesthetically challenged.
I would love to see what his mom looks like.
I know.
Which I think she's in some kind of assisted living now because I think she has dementia.
Usually the Jewish women that look the best are the ones that are not European. So your Sephardic Jews, your Middle Eastern Jews.
Yeah.
Because Middle Eastern people are just already more attractive.
Yeah.
The Jewish men have it easier because a lot of times big noses work on men. It looks good, it's fine.
Yeah.
But men also just have it easier because if you're ugly but you're funny, you can go miles.
Yeah.
Or if you're ugly but you're really smart and you make a lot of money, you could go miles.
Yeah.
Look at Seth Rogen. Which, I mean, I would say he's not even ugly.
Yeah.
But, he was heavier.
Yeah.
He looks really good now.
Yeah.
But he was heavier and he wasn't conventionally attractive.
Yeah.
Funny men in general, they can go eons.
Yeah.
I mean, I can name probably 5 women, including myself, who would put like Michael Cera as like top 5 most attractive men.
Yeah.
And he's just this scrawny little. He played Alan in the Barbie movie, like.
Okay. Yeah.
Just this dorky looking little dude.
Yeah.
But like, he comes off as very like weird and shy, but not like creepy weird.
Yeah.
And that makes him funny. I think it's also a generational thing. I feel like my generation really puts personality over appearance.
Yeah.
And I feel like older generations find they like the Channing Tatum, like that's like their. To me, I don't find him attractive in the slightest.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. I don't find Tom Cruise attractive. He's also small.
I think Jake Gyllenhaal is attractive.
I think Jake Gyllenhaal's attractive.
And somewhat Joaquin Phoenix because they're weird.
I agree with Joaquin Phoenix. I find him attractive. I find weird looking but like smart and funny men attractive.
And I think I like Andrew Huberman, who's the neuroscientist or whatever.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, he has a podcast. He's a professor. Blah blah blah. But he's very down to earth, and he has a little bit of a Joaquin Phoenix look. But he's like, I think he's in his 50s.
It's like guys who you could tell they were bullied.
Yeah.
When they were younger.
Yeah. He got into all kinds of trouble as a kid. He was kind of a wild kid, and then he said it's just really funny that how he turned out to be what he is.
Or they had like people who have been conventionally attractive their whole life are usually.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He's always been conventionally attractive, and he knows that.
Yeah.
And that's why he is one of the most unbearable people on earth. I think that's also why he was so awful to Amber Heard, is because she meets his attractiveness, if not exceeds it, in my opinion. She is far more attractive than he is.
Yeah.
Especially at his age. And I think he was insecure about that. Because she also made her own money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, she's just some pretty model.
Yeah.
No, she makes just as much as he does.
Yeah.
And she's very beautiful. I think the same thing is why Brad Pitt was so awful to Angelina Jolie. He was intimidated by her.
Yeah.
She exceeds his attractiveness, and she makes her own money. And he was horrible to her. I mean, we don't even know how bad he was to her, but the kids want nothing to do with him, and none of them want his last name anymore. Like I think Shiloh just turned 18, and she got her last name changed because she doesn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah. And it has to be pretty bad because by appearances he's kind of changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Cleaned up.
Well, he's kind of had this resurgence after he did that, what was it, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah.
He almost kind of had this apology tour, which wasn't an apology tour, but he kind of made it seem like he had done bad things, but he's better now.
Yeah, he was trying to make amends. Kind of like the 12-step thing.
Yeah. Without, like, ever outright saying it.
Yeah.
And I think he knew that stuff was probably going to come out about him.
Yeah.
And I feel like Angelina has still shown him grace and not aired him out.
Yeah.
Like she could.
Well, and I guess as a woman's perspective, then when you air a man out for how horrible they are, it also reflects on you because it's like, girl, weren't you smart enough?
Yeah.
Because that's the way I take it.
And she is so serious about her kids, and I think she doesn't want drama to kick off between them because she knows it's going to affect her kids, even though they're mostly all grown, or they're old enough to understand.
Yeah.
She knows that's still going to come back on them, and I think she doesn't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Which she doesn't even really do acting anymore. She's very big on like her activism and like making documentaries and stuff.
Yeah.
So she's probably she's done with it. You got separated. You got him out of your life. The kids don't like him, so that's easy.
Yeah.
Because surviving the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial was one of the most grueling things as a woman who does not like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Because let's be real. I remember because I think I was still working at SHIP when the trial started, and I would watch it with Dad, and I would be like, they would show all the women that are outside with signs like supporting him.
Yeah.
And they're aesthetically challenged women. A lot of them are overweight, older, not even overweight, obese. And I told Dad, I was like, Johnny Depp wouldn't even spit on y'all if y'all were on fire.
Well, and I was going to say, and what is it like to a man's ego when all his admirers are old and fat?
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to hurt.
Yeah.
And again, it's internalized misogyny. Women are taught to see women that are prettier than them as enemies.
Yeah.
You're not even competition at that point. Yeah. Pretty women are taught to see each other as competition. Unattractive women and beautiful women are taught to see, like, that's your enemy.
Yeah.
You can't have things in life because she's beautiful. It's like y'all weren't even listening to the trial. You find him attractive, and she's attractive, so you already don't like her. It's just like, y'all are not gonna hook up. I'm so sorry. You're not gonna marry Johnny Depp. It's not gonna be a thing. Like,
yep.
Okay, Chapel. I hate that he said Chappelle.
Yeah, that's what I would call it, is Chappelle.
No.
Because of the way it's spelled.
But it's 2 P's, 2 L's. Or like, even vocally, she almost kind of has like a Kate Bush sound. Yeah. But it's very like modern at the same time.
Yeah.
There's no shade.
That's what I was looking for. I'll walk for a minute if y'all give me a shade tree.
Well, I guess if we're not going to get shade, we should be close.
Yeah.
I like those BMWs, kind of.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're fat, but I like them. I don't think I would want it because I don't think I could drive it.
Yeah.
And I really like the front end of those Mercedes with the dots.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks cool. Now, you need a camera?
And it's like it's just in that one little spot where it won't stay.
Yeah.
Which just happens to be the spot it needs to be in.
Oh, Timo.
You did me wrong. And y'all kept after me. Oh.
I think you just gotta pick and choose what you get on.
Yeah, and I ain't about that. I ain't got that.
Like,